Hello, my name's Norma Daly. I'm here today to talk about being a PA employer with SPAEN, the Scottish Personal Assistant Employers Network. This is also in behalf of my husband, who suffered a brain injury several years ago. It's really about being a PA employer with SPAEN, but also being a PA myself, because I have to care for my husband when the personal assistants are not there. I work a full-time job with the NHS, and being a member of SPAEN has showed me the way forward. It all began in November 2002 when my husband had an accident. He suffered a cerebral hemorrhage and was away from home for 2 years. 1 year he spent in hospital, the other year he had spent in a brain rehabilitation unit in Wishaw. After my husband's injury, it came apparent straight away that he would need 24-hour care. The local authority had arranged a care agency to come in to attend to his needs. At first things started out okay with the home care. Then, because of my husband's brain injury, he suffers short-term memory loss, and it was very frustrating and confusing with all these different people in the house, so he wasn't too happy. A girl called Heather MacArthur told me about the scheme called Direct Payment. It is now known as Self-Direct Support, and also the Independent Living Fund, which apparently I had in place, but I was unaware of this. Heather told me how I could employ my own personal assistants. I spoke to my husband and told him about it, and he was really happy with this. So I got in touch with SPAEN, and then our future began. Sometimes as a PA employer, I feel as if I have 5 heads. I'm not only a wife to my husband, I'm a personal assistant, I'm a personal assistant employer, a friend, a counsellor, sometimes even the role as a mother. Because every day as a PA employer, sometimes unexpected things can happen in your life and you have to deal with it. With SPAEN's help, I could see the way forward for my husband so that we could employ our own personal assistants. Being a PA employer is a huge responsibility and can be very difficult, but also can be very rewarding. 1 minute as an employee and then the next you are an employer. The first things were very difficult, and it takes a while to adjust, because at the end of the day you have strangers in your home who you have to build up a trust with, and also they have to build up a trust with you. As an employer, I have to make sure that I dot all the I's and cross all the T's to make sure that all the policies and procedures are in place. At the end of the day, these PAs have the same rights as I have as an employee, and I have to make sure that all these things are put in place and they're properly done. There is a company called Peninsula who can help you with employment law advice. There is sometimes you can phone them up when you're stuck, or if you're thinking of what to do next and you're unsure, they are just at the other end of a phone to answer your questions. On a closing note, I'd like to thank SPAEN very much for all their help and assistance in the past 5 years, and also Peninsula for all their employment law advice. Thanks to them, my husband can lead an independent life with myself, his wife, and his personal assistants that they employ. SPAEN is such a wonderful company. They are dedicated to help you every step of the way, and if you are unsure and not happy with a care agency or the local authorities' care, you just give SPAEN a call and they will help you. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Jim Craig. I'm here primarily this morning to speak to you about my membership of SPAEN. SPAEN, at the Scottish Personal Assistant Employers Network, is the organisation financed by the Scottish Government to support carers like myself. And just a little bit of background to what brought me to the doors of SPAEN. My wife and I were for a number of years primary carers for my 2 sons, both with severe learning disabilities. My oldest son's 40 years of age and my younger son is 30 years of age. We cared for both of our sons at home for a lot of years. My wife, I have to say, my wife was playing the role of the primary carer. I worked over east, in Middle East and offshore for many years. It became really very, very difficult, I have to say, for my wife. And at that time we've been supported by Council, Moray Council, and in discussions with the Moray Council, it became apparent that there was other options available and open to us. Self-directed support, then it was known as direct payments, was mentioned to us. That may be an option for my wife and I. We considered it at length. One of the frustrating things at this particular point in time, my two sons was now living in two different care settings, and it was really frustrating for my wife and I because the level of care was not what we would have expected it to be. And there's a big turnaround of staff at these two care settings, and it was really very frustrating for my wife and I. We managed to get both my sons into the one residency in a community, in an independent living situation, but again it was the care provided by a caring company, and again with the same kind of problems with the level of care and the quality of the staff. We had set our mind on accessing direct payments. We done the assessment. The care package was costed, it's 24/7 care for two sons, quite a large care package, just short of £100,000 a year. And also working with the council was the support organisation that they financed, which is Direct Payments Caledonia. They played a supporting role at that time in the employment of the staff, the contracts, the advertisements, the disclosure checks, various other things. Played quite a good supporting role. One of the omissions, or one of the many omissions in earlier discussions with the council, was that there was important things not costed into the package, like administration costs, training, PA training for my wife and I. And at this point in the presentation, I refer to page 43 of the Scottish Government document, Self-Directed Support. There on that page it lists all the responsibilities of employing staff, and I've used the expression very often since that it really is quite scary when you view these responsibilities, and you bear in mind that you haven't had any training in any employment law matters or any of the other important matters that it stresses in the document. And it was that particular point in time that I was pointed in the direction of SPAEN, and I'm delighted to say that from my first contact with SPAEN, and it was a presentation that Peter Brawley, the General Manager, was doing at Elgin at that particular point in time, and I listened closely to what Peter had to say, and he came across as a man of great expertise, a great background with independent living movement, and I was able to find out about SPAEN from Peter, and at that particular point in time, and very soon after, became a member of SPAEN. SPAEN is a wonderful organisation for key employers like myself. It's a user-led organisation, and the staff, the range of services that SPAEN deliver is very, very professionally delivered. And training is they offer a wide range of training, and again have that particular expertise. So it's been the 3.5 to 4 years that I have been a member of SPAEN. I've found that the support, and any time I phone the office, that because of the high level of expertise, I always come off the phone, and invariably I find out that anything I needed to know, I found the answer. And these are important things because sometimes as PA employers, you feel so isolated, and I think this is one of the very, very important roles that SPAEN offers its members. SPAEN has got an escalating membership year on year now, and that's an indication of that people in the community that's caring for people like the way we care for my sons, finding their way to SPAEN, and they're finding that the quality of the experience, the quality of the support that's offered is really tremendous. And since I became involved with SPAEN, and actually quite recently, I've sort of taken on an ambassadorial role for SPAEN, speaking to other organisations, information days, and I'm really very, very pleased to participate in that. I feel it's just a small way of paying back the organisation for a tremendous support and the high level expertise they have.